Let's start with scope management. Let's take a look at the processes involved in scope management. This is an overall bird's eye view of scope management processes and in which process group they are in. You can observe here most of the scope related activities are involved in planning. That's because if we plan and define scope of the project early and clearly, it is easy to execute and manage projects in further stages. So, plan scope management, collect requirements, define scope, and create WBS are in planning stage. These two processes, validate scope and control scope, are very important. Most of the people get confused between these two. Don't worry, we are going to cover them in further slides on the next video. We will see. Before we start what things are involved in project scope management, let's get understand difference between product scope and project scope. Product scope. What end result is needed? Features and functions that characterize a product, service, or a result. Let's take an example. Constructing a building in a earthquake zone. A building should have a specific technical requirement. For example, it should be earthquake resistant, like that. Or for example, construction of a bridge having 1000-meter length and 20-meter breadth. So this is a product scope. On the other hand, let's take a look at the project scope. A new building that meets these technical requirements plus all works needed to deliver that building includes planning, coordination, management activities. Difference between project scope and product scope is these activities involved, like planning, coordination, and management. Having seen these, let's move ahead. We are not going to focus on inputs, tools, and techniques and outputs involved in the processes. It is nicely shown in the books like PMBOK and RITA. Our main focus is on what things we do in plan scope management and what are the outputs. Once we know what we need to do, what inputs, tools, and techniques will be needed will get clear automatically and logic will be developed. So, one of the outputs of plan scope management is scope management plan. So, what things are involved or what scope management plan contains? The contents can be vary and depends on the individual and also depends on the type of project. How to achieve scope, which is included mainly in planning stage. How to define, create, develop WBS, which is also part of a planning. Tools we are using to manage the scope includes in a planning stage. Frequency of acceptance of deliverables. How often we are going to accept the deliverables in execution. How to obtain acceptance of delivery, that is from the client we have to verify things like that. It is in validate and control scope. While creating the scope management plan, we should also consider or keep in mind that other processes like plan risk responses can change the scope management plan when we plan risk responses. We have seen first output of plan scope management, which was scope management plan. The second output of plan scope management is requirements management plan or business analysis plan. People often get confused between business case and business analysis plan. One thing we have to keep in mind is requirements management plan and business analysis plan is one and the same. So let's see what it includes. Methods to identify requirements. For example, in IT industry, clients mention their project requirements through user stories. Let's see how user stories look like. Let's take an example. Suppose you want to buy a car. You will write a user story like, as a buyer of a XYZ car, I want a B class model. I want a car which has 8 seats in it, which has maximum speed of 120, and it should be strong enough to bear any impact in case of accidents, and it should have airbags for safety. This was an example of user story. Second, how we are going to prioritize or refine requirements. It should be done in accordance with the client and other stakeholders. Sometimes client does not specify any prioritization. In absence of this, we should follow standard procedures or follow logical relationships, if any. How we are going to track it, at which stage of the project, at which project life cycle, like execution, monitoring and controlling, like that. It can also contain points to focus while creating requirement traceability matrix, like what factors should be in there, like in what depth it should be documented. Let's see how requirement traceability matrix look like. Let's see difference between business case and business analysis plan. We have seen business analysis plan. Let's see how business case is different from business analysis plan. In the initial stages or pre-planning stages, clients or other stakeholders decides why this project should be executed. Is it feasible? Reasons to start a project, and also feasibility study is mentioned in a project business case. By referring a business case, we can develop or modify business analysis plan. I have made a separate video regarding project business case. For more clarity, do watch that video. So that was all about scope management plan.